Hey guys, Ikazuchi here with a double review. This time I'll be reviewing the RKF Kamen Espada, Do Alangina, and the RKF Kamen Buster, Genbu Shinwa and Genbu Jakun form change set from Kamen Saber. These are the Rider Kicks figures for the next two sort of logos riders, each with their own set of accessories and interchangeable parts. So, let's get started. First up, we have Kamen Espada, Do Alangina. So, since Espada uses these sword driver just like Saber and Blades, his suit has the same type of format, but it also has its own unique properties. Starting off with head, we can see it has the main Seiken pointing out of the top like a horn. We have his visor, which is this very interesting ring slash. You can see it has a white line going through it, and also has this nice green gradient up at the top. And we have a blank side of the face over here in white, as well as the Alangina face here, which is meant to resemble a magic lamp. Coming into the body, we have the three segments of it, two blank segments, and then the one for the book. So, for his suit, the main color is actually this nice white with gold added in. These interesting little kind of zigzag marks are perhaps meant to resemble bolts of lightning or perhaps twinkles. You have the same structure in the middle with the way the sword kind of runs through it. Then we have the Alangina side, where you can see a few different things. You can see, of course, the lamp on his shoulder, with the spirit popping its eyes out, and then a chain connecting to the body. And he also has this nice shoulder cape, which is meant to resemble a magic carpet. So we'll have some of those same details going on the legs and the sides. And we have the sword driver, with a book in the story slot, as well as the Raimeiken Ikazuchi. Getting into the details are pretty simple, but you can see that you can tell which pieces are painted, which are plastic. Articulation-wise, got a ball joint of the head. The arms go in and out, and for the shoulders, you need to kind of move it down in order to get it out to this point. A 360 rotation. Bicep swivel. Ceiling joint elbows. Wrist swivel. On the other side, not only do you have a hinge at the shoulder pad, but there's also a hinge at the cape. Lets it move back like this. Have the ab crunch. Legs go forward and back. In and out. Thigh swivel. Single joint knees and ball joint ankles. For his accessories, first up we have the Raimeiken Ikazuchi. So, this one is molded in gold plastic, with silver outlining the blade just like the Rekka, or Kain Kenreka and Suisei Ken Nagare. Of course, you got a lot of nice mold on details, including the inside of the blade as well as the emblem. And to facilitate that, there's an interchangeable version of the sword driver without the Seiken in it. So we can take that and swap it out. Then, take Ikazuchi and place it in his right hand. Just like so. Also a couple of interchangeable hands for his left arm. So first we have this one with the fingers kind of curled, and then another, which is the kind of standard alternate hand that we've gained for all these riders, which is one that's holding a Wonder Ride book. And so for that, you can simply pop out the hand and swap it out for the other one. And then pose the figure as you see fit. Next, we'll look at Kamen Rider Buster Genbu Shinwa. So because he uses just one book to transform, the book's motif encompasses the armor as a whole. So, starting with the head, you can see that it has the tip of the Dogouken Gekido extending out of it. You also have the eyes with that kind of dividing slash look to them. Very nice metallic orange color. You can see it's kind of got this turtle shell design on either side. And down to the chest, we can see the main crux of the inspiration, where you can see the turtle head here, as well as armor that's meant to look like a turtle shell. You can see there actually is a little bit of a symmetry to it, where with the arms on the left side, it's very smooth and very flat, whereas it's a bit concave or kind of indented on the left side. That extends down to the armor on the thighs and the legs. It has a little bit of gold for the turtle eyes, as well as a bit of brown to kind of show where the thigh armor is strapped to his legs. It's a very heavy armor compared to the other riders, which is fitting for a very bulky and strong rider like Buster. On the back we can see even more of the panels that make it look even more like it's made of a turtle shell. Articulation wise, ball and joint head, ab crunch. Both of the shoulder pads are on hinges to move out of the way. You got the arms going in and out, ball joint at the shoulders, single joint elbow, bicep rotation, wrist rotation. Let's go forward and back, in and out. Single jointed knee, which actually goes pretty far, as well as ball joint ankles. For other details, we have the Sword of Logos buckle, with a lot of nice details on it. And you can see that, like I showed with my review of the buckle, he actually has his sword driver holders, or Issatsu holders, in the back. So for his accessories, the main one is the Dogouken Gekido, molded in the same plastic color as his main armor, with a nice paint for the edge of the blade. See, it's definitely a very big accessory, with a lot of nice molded on detail. You can see the open book here, see all of the writing on the book molded in, as well as his emblem molded into the hilt. For size comparison, you can see here the Raimeiken Ikazuchi, which it very much dwarfs, like the toy dwarfs the other sword, and just how this sword dwarfs the others in general. Of course, you can have him hold it in one of his hands, just getting it in there. Though because of the way it's designed, you have to squeeze it between the fingers rather than placing it through. Something like that. Alternatively, as a nice touch, you can see that it also has this peg sticking out of the back. There's also a convenient hole here on his back. or rather a peg sticking out of the sword that can go into this hole on the back. That way, you can have him with the sword equipped even if he's not holding it. Additionally, he has a couple of interchangeable hands. One which takes the form of a fist, and the other one is, again, one of the book-holding hands. So you can just take that, switch out the hand for the other one. But there's one more thing to do with this rider, which is that he has an included form change. So, Buster's final accessory is an interchangeable arm. The way they do that is you unplug the fist and unplug the forearm, like so. Then, take the alternate arm. I recommend starting by plugging in the fist beforehand. Should be noted I have never done this before with this figure, so the joint is a bit tight. Just get that in there. I just do this off camera. Gonna make a quick cut. So with the handstand to the arm, the last step to do is to move up the shoulder pad, hold the shoulder in place, and plug in the new arm. And here we have Kamen Rider Buster Genbu Jakkun. So we can now see the Jakkun arm equipped to him, which has these kind of vines wrapping around the forearm, as well as this bean pod here on the side, along with the gimmick of it, which is that it can extend out this vine here, although for the sake of the figure, and to give a good amount of length, the vine is permanently extended. But it does have the same range of articulation as with the normal forearm, and does allow you to get a different variety of poses from the figure. And there we go. Overall, we have another pair of great RKF figures. For Espada, he's basically a very similar figure to Saber and Blades, in which he has similar accessories, similar posability, but a lot of unique details to make him stand out. As for Buster, he's a bit of a change-up. I have a very different armor design that is very well done and very well replicated. The articulation is good, and the accessories are definitely a high point here, with the Dogouken Gekido being a very impressive scale, as well as being able to be attached on his back for storage. Not to mention that this actually lets you change to Genbu Jakkun to kind of give you a bit more variety in how you want to pose this figure. So, for any fans of these riders, I definitely recommend picking up these figures. Next time I'll be reviewing the Deluxe Grateful Phoenix. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, riding off.